some of these new National Socialists parading. Now you were saying?
I was about to say that I'm interested only in the stone marten furs of the Vaclavaria, and I have a direct order for them.
You are Sosnowski.
You are all acquainted with the old adage, love makes the world go round. Throughout history, espionage agents have recognized the validity of this saying and have turned it to their own advantage. But love is too violent and volatile an emotion to be tampered with, and when channeled into an intelligence operation, the results can be surprising and often deadly. In 1933, Germany, under Hitler, had broken the bonds of the Versailles Treaty. The Nazis were arming to the teeth, beginning to scream for expansion. Directly to the east was Poland, an unwilling sitting duck. And in the spring of that year, Captain Serge Sosnowski, an artillery officer of great charm, was detailed to take charge of intelligence operations in Berlin.
Where are your security files?
Here, right here. In here. A force pack opens if you press on both corners at the same time. While you're at it, take a look at this. It just came from one of our people in Kaiserslautern. 2 new arms factories are being built.
2 new arms factories. You can learn that by just passing by. What are in the factories? What special equipment is being made? Where is it being shipped? What units? That's what is important.
Well, we are doing our best here.
A 90% wasted effort. No contacts, no inside trails, a waste, all a waste. What you need is a new attack here for information.
I'm willing to try anything you say, Sosnowski. Oh, I had better hurry. I'm late already.
Late for what?
Every afternoon at 5, I have a drink at the Berliner Cafe. The waiter is one of our mail drops. And besides, one sometimes picks up bits of interesting information there.
I'll come along. It's as good a way as any to ease into the scene.
Oh, fine. The man in the brown suit there, that is the Assistant Minister of Transport. And the lady with him is definitely not his wife.
Who is the wonderfully regal woman, the one with the hat?
Oh, that is the Baroness von Berg. To be in her good graces. I've heard of your reputation with the ladies in Warsaw, Sosnowski. But this is Germany, and it is dangerous to... Ah, Baroness, how are you?
Herr Kaufel.
May I present a business associate of mine, Serge Sosnowski, the Baroness von Berg.
A great pleasure, Baroness.
How do you do, Herr Sosnowski? Pleasure. Would you excuse me, please?
How well do you know her, Koslow?
The Baroness? Know her? My dear Sosnowski, this is the real German aristocracy here.
Exactly, and at this very moment, the pick of Berlin society is being moved by Nazis given important positions. If we could have access to them...
I tell you are wasting your time. She is absolutely untouchable. She has all the money in the world, family positions.
She'll pass by again here in a minute. You leave.
Sosnowski, you don't understand.
Leave quickly, quickly. Baroness, excuse me. Perhaps you will think this stupid and foolish, juvenile of me to say, but somehow I must. But ever since I read Egmont, the play written by your great countryman Goethe, I have always wondered what his heroine, the clear-eyed Clara, could look like. And now I think I know. Please, I don't want to detain you. You are rushed, I know.
You will stay in Berlin long, Herr Sosnowski?
Oh, yes. A long, long time, I hope.
Goethe. Do you know his poetry well?
Thou that from the heavens art every pain and sorrow stillest.
And the doubly wretched heart.
Instinctively, he had found a key to the Baroness's romantic nature. And in the next weeks, he proceeded to press his advantage.
It was just what I needed tonight.
Yes, I needed something funny, too.
Oh?
I hadn't wanted to say anything till now, but I'm afraid soon, all too soon, goodbye to Berlin, back to Warsaw.
Oh, no.
It's only a matter of time.
Hey, why should you go?
My business here has gone down to practically nothing. My competitors seem to learn of everything first. The army contracts, the goods needed. I am a businessman. A businessman does not live on air.
Oh, business money. That's nonsense. I have more than enough money to...
Oh, that would be very nice, Hilda, if I could live that way. But we both know that I couldn't. It's not a question of right or wrong. It would just never work out without my feeling such a heavy debt that in the end it would crush us both.
Serge, only once in my life have I felt like this before, so close to someone. He died when we were both very young.
I have never felt like this with anyone, Hilda. With anyone.
Darling. Serge, if your business were to do well again, then you wouldn't go back.
Why should I?
But it's all so ridiculous, really. I know so many people who are influential in this sort of thing. Why, millions are made overnight in business by everyone.
With the right contacts, yes, but I have none, I'm afraid.
Well, would it be so easy for me, darling, to talk to old Graf Spitzer, for instance? He could give you a contract for all the leather in the whole foolish army. Well, Hansi, for that matter. And transport material.
No. I don't want you interceding in these dirty business
Oh,
things.
Serge, I beg you. Forget foolish pride. But if you have any ideas, please.
Only one. That you know so many of these people, places, and projects are spoken of casually to you. If we could know some of them at the outset, we could make arrangements, prepare lower bids.
Well, that would be so easy, darling.
Now, that's the furthest I'll allow you to go.
And then you'll stay forever and ever. Ever.
So this is the tail assembly of the new Luftwaffe aircraft, eh?
Yes. Bensky got it to us. He has a job right inside the plant. It's a new design, as you can see. I saw you coming out of the theater with the baroness last night.
Mm-hmm.
I hurried by so as not to disturb you. But I noticed you drove off in the direction of her apartment.
Yeah, it is a new design, radically new. There must be some purpose for it we know nothing about.
She looks beautiful. The baroness.
Oh, yes. She knows everyone in the Air Ministry. Everyone. And it's high time we use that knowledge. High time. I won't be back. Make sure the papers are secure.
Sosnowski had played his cards well, even better than he had hoped. From then on, the Baroness acted as a sharp, unwitting agent. She extracted what she thought was purely commercial information from her circle of friends and turned it over with a gay, debonair air to her lover. Little by little, precious bits and pieces of intelligence were collected, and then Sosnowski introduced himself into the picture, and soon was laughing and drinking merrily with the ones he wanted most to meet, the officials of the new Germany.
Oh, I tell you, my boy, there's no thinking anymore. No real thinking. Nobody listens to anyone anymore. No more open minds.
That's quite true, Count von Richter.
Billions of marks wasted on nonsense, foolishness. That whole new Messerschmitt design, for example.
The new Messerschmitt design?
Yes, foolishness. I told them so, right to their faces.
But if it's functional, sir, if it's used for some purpose.
Purpose? Idiotic purpose. To let loose a bomb while diving? Nonsense. It can never work. One releases a bomb while in level flight. One dives to strafe. That is all. So you build a whole tail section for something that is bound to fail? Ridiculous.
Yes, I quite agree. Germany cannot afford to waste her arms budget on redesign.
It should be right here.
Hurry, will you? She's downstairs in the car waiting. We mustn't take long.
Here it is. A new technique, eh?
Yes, to dive while bombing. Dive bombing. That's why the tail section has been redesigned. Code a message with that and get it off by courier tonight. And add that we'll try to find out more about it.
I will. That baroness has put you in right. First class. Warsaw should give you a medal.
They certainly should. Spy.
Hilda, listen to me.
What does a spy do when the woman he has caused to fall in love with him discovers the truth? Serge Sosnowski had succeeded in utilizing Baroness von Berg as an unwitting agent. But now that she knew that she had been tricked, it was entirely possible that she would go straight to the Gestapo.
Hilda! Hilda, open the door. You've got to open the door, please. Hilda. Hilda. Hilda, listen to me.
A spy. A Polish spy.
Have you called the Gestapo?
That's what you're worried about, your precious life.
Yes, I am worried about that. My precious life. And your precious life.
My life. There's no need to make any speeches now. It's all out in the open.
All right. Go ahead. Call the Gestapo. Let it be finished, ended. I'll wait right here, and you'll never hear the truth.
Oh,
You'll never
the
know it.
truth.
Yes, the truth. How I used you. How clever I thought I was at first. But how it boomeranged. How I love you.
Serge, I want so much to believe that, but how can I?
No way. No way that I know of.
Oh, Serge.
Hilda, I make no apologies for being a Polish agent.
No, darling, no. Politics, not.
We can't run away from it, Hilda.
But what are we going to do?
I must go on for a little while longer.
Oh, no.
Hilda, you are a German, yes. But you are not a Nazi. You see the things they do. You know what monsters they are.
They're evil, yes, but I don't care. I'm only concerned about it.
Hilda, the sooner I do my job here, the quicker it is finished. And I go back to Warsaw with you. If you will come with me.
Then we'll never leave each other.
No, never.
I'll help them.
No, Hilda.
No. I want to desperately now. So that we can finish here and go away. Serge, I have a cousin. She's the daughter of a retired colonel. Now, here in Germany, you must know that daughters of retired officers are entrusted with all the secret clerical work. She's in the operations department.
That would be wonderful if... What are the chances of inviting her?
Oh, they're quite poor, really. Whenever she comes here for tea, her eyes devour my clothes, my perfumes.
Well, invite her to tea soon. Very soon.
I'd already planned that. Oh, Serge, I don't know whether to be ashamed or proud. I just don't know. We'll have another cup of tea, Elsa.
Thank you.
Yes, it must be rather difficult, Fräulein von Nutzner, for someone like you, I mean with blood that goes back to Germany's beginnings, to have to deal with some of the modern army people.
What can one do? When one is poor, blood helps very little.
Ah, money. Yes, that is important. And yet it is not.
Oh, Elsa, darling, you too, Serge. Would you excuse me for half an hour? I have to rush to a shop and buy something for Hansi's birthday. You'd never forgive me if I should forget.
Go ahead, we'll be fine here.
I'll be back before you even know I'm gone.
My cousin is not very organized, except perhaps when it comes to a wardrobe.
You know, she has a dress which would look exceptionally brilliant on you. Blue, I think it is, with a full skirt.
I know that dress very well, Herr Sosnowski. But it is hers, not mine.
You know, it is really monstrous for someone like yourself, I mean with charm, taste, not to have everything that goes with, well, gracious living.
In Berlin, in this year of 1934, the cost of...
Oh, I believe there are ways of meeting costs and still maintaining one's convictions.
Well, what ways?
Well, for example, I know people who would pay nicely, very nicely, for certain kinds of information.
Herr Sosnowski,
Fräulein, I am talking, I think, as a practical man to a practical woman who is not a Nazi.
Definitely not a Nazi.
Well, then what does it matter?
Just what do these people want?
Copies of secret operational reports to which you have access.
And what will they pay?
200 marks a report.
200...
And more.
I will think about it.
Elsa von Natzner didn't think too long about the proposition. The idea of money was too attractive. And soon she herself had developed a technique for smuggling reports out of the War Office.
This is something about a new bomber plane, I think, trying it out.
Maybe the dive-bombing idea again.
And the forthcoming trials will let us know whether we have developed a new, highly efficient method of low-altitude bombing or whether we are altogether wrong.
This is something you really wanted to know, isn't it?
Nothing about when the field trials will be or where. Now, that would be the thing to know.
Serge, I want 300 marks for this one. I'm buying a new apartment near the Countess.
I'll give you 350, and I'll even help choose the furniture. How's that? Now, you just keep up the good work. Koslov, code this in its entirety and dispatch it, and burn the carbon. Come on, I'll buy you a drink. Oh, Hilda. Well, dear, where would you like to go?
How about the Femina? The music's so gay there.
Yes. It is gay.
Suddenly, subtly, a new element had been added. Elsa von Natzner. And since she was in such close touch with everything Sosnowski wanted to know, it followed that they had to spend a great deal of time together. And the Baroness von Berg, who had introduced this girl to her lover, was like an outsider, looking on and seldom sharing. And it bit deeply into her soul.
I know. Without words from you, I know what's happening.
How many times must I tell you you are wrong?
Oh, you can tell me 100 times, but I know. Well, we never see each other alone anymore. You seldom call me.
It is only because I have so very much to do.
To do? Yes, with her. To do with her. Whenever she's free, you're with her.
She's working very hard for us, Hilda, taking great risks.
Oh, Serge. Whatever you say, whatever you do, don't deceive me again. Don't lie. I don't think I could stand it.
Hilda, I swear to you, whatever I am doing is only because she is very useful. I play up to her a little, yes, but only to keep her from thinking of the great risks we all run in this operation.
Oh, Serge. God help me, I love you.
And I love you. You've got to believe that. Absolutely believe it.
I want to, Serge. I want to.
Baroness von Berg wanted desperately to believe her lover was faithful. But as the days slipped into weeks and weeks into months, she found herself more and more often alone.
Yes, yes. The shipment will go out immediately. No, I'm sorry, Baroness. I don't know when he'll be back.
I see.
Oh, Hilda, how nice
Hello.
to see you. Oh, you like it?
Yes, it's very becoming, very youthful.
Yes, I believe one should dress one's age. Here, these are the ones he's been waiting for. The dive bombing field trial schedules, where and when.
Wonderful. We'll be able to arrange some telephoto coverage and report fully.
Congratulations.
And this is only the start. I'm making copies now of all the master files and bringing the carbons out.
It's wonderful how clever money makes some people.
You mean that to be nasty, don't you?
I'm sure not.
Well, it's not only money.
Well, I'm sure not. Has he told you he loves you yet? Has he quoted Goethe?
That's none of your business.
You're very sure of yourself, aren't you? Your strength, your youth.
You envy me that, don't you?
Envy you? I could buy and sell 100 like you.
You can't buy and sell him. He chooses what he wants.
You cheap little tramp.
Hilda. I can imagine what's been going on here. What foolish talk.
Yes, talk is foolish sometimes. It demeans one.
Hilda, please. Please go home and wait for my call.
Elsa brought in dates and places of the field trials.
Fine. Fine.
Hello? Yes?
Did you have some dinner, darling?
Yes, I had some dinner.
Good. Darling, about tonight,
Yes?
Well, I thought surely I could get away, but I'm still very tied up to you. You know how important this is.
Yes, I know.
Well,
Hurry up, darling.
Who is this man in the glass? Hello? Give me the Gestapo, please. Hello, Gestapo. I want to report an espionage apparatus.
You called us. Why? I want to hear it from you, from your own lips. Believe me, I am giving you a chance to clear yourself simply because of who you are.
No one. There's no one. I never called you.
You are an extremely stupid woman, Baroness. You have 1 minute, and you go to separate cells.
How?
simple. Found out whom you'd been seen with, came up. The rest was so easy. Elsa turned accuser.
I told you I couldn't stand another deception.
It was no deception, Hilda.
Oh,
Everything I did was to get information only.
don't lie. There's no need, not enough.
I know. And I say again, thou that from the heavens art every pain and sorrow stillest.
Yeah.
It's all right, Hilda. It's all right. If we make a wonderful love story, cannot live together, then we shall at least die together.
Exactly 12 days later, on a rude platform in Landsberg prison, the Baroness von Berg walked to meet the headsman of the Third Reich.
Together. At least it'll be together. I'm ready.
But they were not together. For even while the Baroness was being executed, her lover was leaving Landsberg prison, a free man. He had been secretly exchanged for a German spy captured by the Poles. As he left that German interrogation room for the last time, Serge Sosnowski knew that part of him remained there. When Serge Sosnowski reported to Warsaw, he told what he knew of the new concept of dive bombers. The world at large learned more about it in 1936, when during their intervention in the Spanish War, the Germans perfected their technique. And in a few years, Warsaw itself was to be almost completely destroyed by planes bearing the same tail assembly which Serge Sosnowski had first reported to the Polish intelligence office. But by then, Sosnowski himself had disappeared into the archives. Next week, another story of espionage. I'll see you then.